How many times have you allowed a careless word to ruin your entire day? How many times has a single dismissive glance or a thoughtless comment stayed with you like a thorn in your mind, echoing, repeating, poisoning your peace? We live in a world filled with voices, online and offline. Someone leaves a cruel comment under your photo. A colleague makes a sarcastic remark in front of others. A stranger cuts you off in traffic with contempt on their face. And suddenly, it feels as though your dignity has been stolen. But here is the truth. Others cannot truly take from you what you do not hand over. Their words, their looks, their judgments. These are only arrows. Whether those arrows pierce you depends not on them but on you. The ancient Greeks reminded us, it is not events themselves that disturb us, but the way we perceive them. So I ask you, do you wish to remain a prisoner of every careless word? A puppet pulled by invisible strings? Or do you wish to rise like a mountain in the storm, unmoved by the winds, unbroken by the rain? It is not truly the insult that wounds us, but the thorn it presses against inside. Imagine carrying a hidden splinter in your hand. Every brush, every touch, even the gentlest contact ignites pain. In the same way, when someone mocks us, criticizes us, or dismisses us, they are not creating the wound. They are simply pressing on what was already there. The anger, the humiliation, the sorrow, they rise not from their words, but from our unhealed places. Think about it. One person calls you lazy and it destroys your day. Another calls you lazy and you laugh because it doesn't touch you. The difference lies not in their word, but in the thorn inside you. The Stoics taught us, what belongs to us is not the world, but our judgment of it. The insult is theirs, but the sting is ours. If there were no thorn, the arrow would fall harmlessly to the ground. Yet most of us carry a heavy bundle of thorns, wounds from childhood, fears we bury, insecurities we deny. Every careless word becomes a dagger. Every rejection feels like a storm. Our suffering is not proof of their power, but of our own unhealed chains. So long as those chains remain, we will be ruled by strangers, critics, even ghosts from the past. But once we see the thorn for what it is, we can begin to remove it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the essence of Stoicism, to separate what you can control from what you cannot. You cannot control the words that leave another person's mouth. You cannot control whether others respect you, admire you, or scorn you. But you can control your response. And in that lies the whole of your freedom. Imagine this, someone throws a spark at you. If your heart is soaked in oil, resentment, insecurity, pride, it catches fire instantly. But if your heart is stone calm, unsoaked, the spark dies at your feet. Self-mastery is the practice of becoming that stone. It is not coldness nor indifference, it is strength. It is knowing that while others may throw sparks, only you can decide if they ignite. Epictetus, born a slave, knew this better than anyone. He said, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. They can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by them. So the true battle is not against the person who insults you, but against the part of you that so quickly hands them the keys to your peace. Here lies the challenge, to pause before the storm within. When insulted, do not ask, why did they say this? Instead ask, why did I bleed so quickly? That question transforms every enemy into a teacher. Every offense becomes a mirror. And when you master your response, you reclaim your freedom. And freedom, the Stoics remind us, is the true measure of happiness. Philosophy is nothing if it cannot be lived. Seneca once wrote, philosophy teaches us to act, not to speak. So how do we act? How do we live Stoicism, not just admire it? There are 3 simple practices. First, pause and witness. When the spark strikes, do not react immediately. Instead, breathe. Step back, watch the surge of anger rise like a wave, and remind yourself, you are not the wave, you are the observer of it. Second, question the wound. Ask, is this really about them, or is it about me? What thorn did they touch? Maybe the insult reopens an old insecurity. Maybe it reflects a story you've carried since childhood. Whatever it is, see it. In this way, every offense becomes a map to your own healing. Third, choose your response. To reply with silence when silence is wise. To speak calmly when calmness is strength. To walk away when walking away is dignity. Each choice is a victory, a moment where you seize back the power that was never truly theirs. At first, you will fail. You will still flare up, still feel the sting. But with practice, the chains begin to loosen. You find yourself less shaken, less burned, less ruled by the storms of others. This is not apathy, it is freedom. For the highest strength is not in conquering others, but in conquering the self. True freedom is not found in a world without insults, without judgment, without pain. Such a world does not exist and never will. True freedom lies in the power to remain unbroken within it. No word can enslave you, no glance can diminish you unless you give it permission. This is the gift of Stoicism, to reclaim sovereignty over the only kingdom that is truly yours, your mind, your soul. So today I ask you, will you remain a prisoner of every careless word, every fleeting judgment? Or will you rise as the mountain rises still and unmoved while storms rage around it? The choice is yours. The power is yours. And in that choice begins your transformation. And remember, each moment you practice, you are already free. Each time you choose calm over chaos, dignity over rage, silence over noise, you are building a fortress no storm can enter. If this message has stirred something within you, let it not remain just words. Let it be the beginning of a new way of seeing, a new way of living. Walk with me on this path, and together let us discover what Marcus Aurelius discovered in the midst of an empire, what Epictetus discovered in chains, what Seneca discovered in exile, that the soul, once disciplined and free, can never be conquered.